Hey guys, we're back with some fake Grand Order with the dreaded Mashu chapter of Avalon le Fae. I didn't see the names of the titles of the rest of part 1. I wanted to see how many more we had. There's 9, right? And this is the last fragment. So I think that does unfortunately mean Mashu ends up back with us. But fortunately that means no more Mashu solo chapters. I'm going to split this 1 and 2. Both because it's very long. I mean, you can tell by the arrows, right? And because it's a Mashu chapter, my morale needs a break in between. But yeah, get to it. Sheffield 2. Oh, it's fine. Oh, no. I think I see... There. Is that good? Heavy footsteps echo through the northern plains. The Queen's army is on the move. I forget exactly where it left off last time with Mashu. A military flag depicting black flames and a mighty fortress flaps at the forefront of the army marching on Sheffield. So I remember, the wolf guy was picking a fight with Morgan. Tam Lin leads the army. Her objective is not to snuff out the sparks of rebellion, nor to negotiate with Boggart. Viral Gut, who was named the Queen's proxy only yesterday, flashes a wicked grin. This all occurred one day before Sheffield was wiped off the map. Okay. That sets the tone. Where to, Mashu? Habitat? That's Mashu's room, right? Yeah. Oh, I forgot she had her little outfit. Aren't you going to rest, Lord Boggart? If there's something on your mind, I'd be happy to listen. You can't even pour me a glass of wine. You're the poor excuse for a wife, aren't you? Boggart, it's 2023! I guess actually no, it's 2019! Well, that's alright. Can't appreciate alcohol anyway. In fact, I don't understand why humans cook their food at all. Cutting, slicing, roasting, frying, seasoning. All seems like a waste of time and good meat to me. The Fang clan doesn't need to act more human. It certainly doesn't need restaurants. Did you know that Oxford is practically full to bursting with restaurants these days? Everywhere you go, there's a Woodwosses on every corner. It's a sick joke is what it is. Can you even imagine if all the shops on Sheffield's main street were nothing but restaurants? It'd be so absurd, no one would even know how to react. Yes, that's true. It would be a funny sight. Yes, if nothing else, these restaurants are good for a laugh. It'd be fun to show you one. Never mind. Oh, he almost realized he was being nice to Mashu. Don't know why I said that. So, child of prophecy, told you've been defeating Moors on behalf of the townspeople. I also know you've been seen fighting while wearing that armor of yours, even after I told you not to draw attention. Yes, I have. Sorry, Lord Boggart. Guess I'm not just fit to be your wife. No, you can stay here, Mashu. Of course you aren't, you fool. You never were. And yet, even though you're capable of battling Moors, you're afraid to wield a weapon. You never came back for that iron cylinder. Cylinder? Is... She had her... She still has her shield, doesn't she? Those merchants told me they found you and the cylinder together, but you've never even mentioned it. It's almost as though you would prefer to forget about it entirely. That cylinder rivals Morgan's sacred lance. Why would you run from such incredible firepower? Oh! The black barrel! Duh. I don't know. It's just... something about that thing feels like it could hurt everyone. Like it could even hurt all of Britain. And that scares me. No. You're not afraid of that cylinder. I wonder how it's going to be used here. What do... Like, I don't think it would work against, like... Well, maybe it would work against Morgan? But... I feel like it's more like we're going to use that on Oberon kind of thing. Assuming Oberon's the big bad guy. I think he is, but I'm still not for sure. Like, he could be tricking us into thinking he's evil, you know? Like a double agent. Reverse psychology. You're afraid of fighting itself. Never mind. Even if I did know your true feelings, I doubt I would understand them. All that matters are your records and accomplishments. Have you still not regained your memories? I don't know if it's your calling, but I have no doubt that you're a knight, one who's been fighting a long time. And yet, I've never seen you in the Queen's army before, nor have I heard of a new Tam Lin being appointed. In fact, I've never seen a fairy that looks like you anywhere. Where did you come from? Are you actually the child of prophecy who will save all of Britain? If you are, then you'll be forced to fight wherever you go, for the child of prophecy's pilgrimage leads down a road of blood and war. Do you truly have what it takes? Can you not only defeat the Queen, but also unify the 6 clans and maintain your rule over them? I don't... Of course you can't. Simply aren't made for that, even if you were to regain your memories. Fairies are meant to live their lives how they like, in accordance with their purpose. Why would you force yourself to go through something you don't desire? No, it's like I thought. Not thought, knew. You aren't the child of prophecy. You're no more than an imitation, a lost little lamb. Been fighting for a long time, but fighting the Moors since I was born. Fighting the Moors has always fallen to the Fang clan. It only made sense. We're the strongest clan in Britain. And Woodwolves and I were the strongest of all the Fang clan. 2 of us alone would have saved Britain from the Moors countless times. It was those accomplishments that led to Woodwolves being named Lord of Oxford, and I, Norwich. Have you seen Woodwolves? Wait, I don't know where Oxford is. Stupid British geography. Yes, I remember. You told me before you were once the Lord of Norwich. But you never told me how you ended up in Sheffield. Oh! I didn't even think of that. No, we're not in Norwich. A man named Capless put one over on me. He's taken over this brigand name now. Is he the elf guy? But never mind that scumbag. It's nothing you need to hear about. You know about the Caterpillar War of 200 years ago, yes? It's the only war that made the Queen scream like a flesh and blood woman. Never would have guessed that accursed Morgan would be so afraid of insects. Is this foreshadowing? Because remember, we just ended off in Wales with the caterpillars, Oberon, moths. Anyway, during that war, Morgan gave blank the name Gawain and made her a knight. Oh, okay, I think I get Tam Lin, Tristan, and Gawain's names mixed up, but I think I know what it is. No one could perceive Blank's name anymore. Oh, so he's literally saying that the Queen changed it so that Gawain became her true name. Now no one can call her by her original fairy name until she's defeated. Woodwolves hated Blank. Them she was the daughter of the detestable Black Dogs. I always admired her sheer strength. In fact, I'm part of the reason she became a Tam Lin. One day I told her, if you don't want to be called a dog, you need only stop fighting with tooth and claw. Blank, heir of precious blood, from here on, you'll fight with the greatest of swords, your horn. Ever since, she began carrying a sword with her wherever she went, though one day, her prowess as a knight caught the Queen's eye. She then became a Tam Lin, began shielding fairies from the Moors of her own volition. I suspect that was because she had long since been ostracized as a daughter of the Black Dogs. That allowed her to understand how the weak feel, made her demand responsibility from the strong. I believe the Queen calls that noblesse oblige. That's French, right? Forget what it means, but I've heard it before. Seems there's no limit to the reach of human civilization's influence. It could be Latin, but I think it's French. You know, you remind me of Blank, back when she had just been born. Back then, she agonized over having been born strong, hated that she would have to continuously exploit the weak. There's something about you that reminds me of her disgraceful crying. I see. Though you still care deeply for this Gawain person. Hardly. Stop thinking about her 200 years ago, when she became a Tam Lin. Oh, is that related to the Caterpillar War, or is that just coincidental? What am I saying? Why am I sitting here telling you about my youth instead of my daring exploits? This was a waste of time. Forget tonight never happened. Erase it from your memory. Going back to the tribunal. Okay, take care, Lord Boggart. Please try not to stay up too late. That reminds me. Why aren't you afraid of me? That? I think it's because Sheffield is such a beautiful city. I'm told you're the one who restored it from almost nothing. Even though it's a fortress city, it puts the livelihood of the fairies who live in it first, making it a bright and comfortable place to live. I don't think I could ever be afraid of anyone who set out to build a city like that. Well, of course. Sheffield is much more beautiful than Norwich ever was. But that ends today. We'll be closing our gates as of tomorrow. Once the fight with Morgan's army begins, no one will call this city beautiful any longer. Oh, the bell tolls. Oh, is that Lord Boggart? That's the alarm bell from the sentry tower. But why now? They can't possibly be here already. What's going on? What's the situation? Don't tell me the Queen's army crossed the eastern mountains atop the Advina in only 2 days. Is that a real thing? They have, sir. The Queen's army is drawing steadily closer to the main gate. We also received a message from them not long ago. Would you like to read it? No, you read it. Just summarize it for me. What did Morgan say? Well, that is, well, what are you waiting for? Tell me. Yes, sir. It says, hand over the Child of Prophecy, and I'll grant Sheffield its freedom. The Child of Prophecy? Does she mean Lady Mashu? But why? What about Norwich? Does it say anything about giving Norwich back to us? No, wait. What does she mean grant us our freedom? Does that mean she doesn't care if Lord Boggart continues to grow his army? Ah! Oh no. He just broke something. You just broke a chair. This chair. Is that what you think, Morgan? You think our rebellion poses no threat to you? How much? Well, I mean, given what we were told in, like the second line, yeah. How much will you humiliate the Fang clan before you'll be satisfied? Excuse me, sir. I have an urgent message. Then she just confirmed that Gawain's flag is at the head of the Queen's army. Tam Lin Gawain is leading the advance. Oh, is she now? Very tricky queen. She talks big, shows that she sees us as a threat just by sending who she did. The very fact that she would send her right-hand woman to deal with us is proof that she fears our army. She knows she can't possibly take down Sheffield while Knocknaray is sending out troops up north. Alright, I'm assuming what's actually going on is she sees Sheffield as like a thorn in her side, and that may or may not have the Child of Prophecy. Just nuke it. So she chose to negotiate rather than to try to put us down. Because the army out there is only for show. No wonder they got here so quick. Can't possibly be armed for battle. Because he doesn't really know about Chaldea, right? So he doesn't know that, you know, the situation's bigger than he thinks. So which will it be? Should give Norwich back to us, or send us enough troops to dispel the Calamity Pool? I look forward to hearing which answer you chose, O Queen of Britain. Lord Boggart? Isn't just Gawain's flag. Tristan and Lancelot's flags have been spotted as well. Oh man, they're screwed. All 3 of the Tam Lin are headed this way. The most powerful forces in Fairy Britain are all bearing down on us as we speak. What? All 3 of them? Yeah, that's, he's probably dead. Well, I mean, we know he's dead, but he's super dead now. By 10 mana prisms, cool. Another 0 AP? Really? Okay. Really want me to talk today? Oh, we're in, Gawain. Well, it looks like Gawain's point of view. All troops are in position, Lady Gawain. What would you have us do? Oh, oops. Remain on standby until the messenger we sent to Boggart returns. Tell Tristan's forces to do the same. What is Lancelot doing? Lady Lancelot is standing by in the air. Mrs. Grant? She says she'll drop into the castle once the fighting begins. Queen's orders were to cleanse Sheffield thoroughly. Addition to Boggart's army. Everyone in the castle, military or otherwise, will be considered targets for Lady Lancelot. Fine. You don't need them lined up anyway. Tell Lancelot to drop on the back gate when the time comes. If they try to let the Child of Prophecy escape, that's where they'll do it. So I assume we're gonna have a Mashu breakout squad with a Habitrot and the Goblin Bros. Maybe minus the one that betrayed us. Wait, what was his name again? Boggart, if you open your gates to us now, this can all end without bloodshed. Don't make me use my horn on you. Look at your forces and look at ours. You're a rational fairy. You must see that resistance would be few. Incoming message, my lady. The messenger we sent to Sheffield just returned with Boggart's reply. It says, there is no Child of Prophecy in my castle. All you will find here is contempt for the Queen. This castle and I are one. If I should return to the earth, purpose will also come to an end. That's all he wrote. That fool. Squads 1 and 2, ready your siege gear. Sheffield's ramparts will be difficult to break through. They may even be more formidable than my foul weather. Be prepared for casualties as high as 20%. Foul weather sounds like a JoJo dub stand name. You know how they always have to censor like the band names or whatever. Yes, my lady. We're prepared to accept any fate in the name of the Queen. Even a grand order? Sorry, I have to every time. It's legally obliged to me. Dang you, Bogart, pardon my French. Your reach exceeds your grasp. Did you really think Her Majesty would give Sheffield special treatment simply because it keeps Knocknaray in check? You were a fool to underestimate us. We don't need to ambush Knocknaray to keep Camelot safe from her. No truly capable leader in your position would have made such a grievous error in judgment. Your time is over, you old fool. All that remains now is for me to put you out of your misery. Back to, yeah. Assemble the troops. Prepare to hold the castle. Send word to Knocknaray. Tell her we can hold out on our own for 2 days. Ooh, bad call. To send backup before then. At Boggart's command, Sheffield began its true battle. Many high-ranking fairies said no one told them all 3 Tam Lin would be there, and they should just give up the Child of Prophecy. But Boggart quickly put an end to their descent. It wasn't clear whether he did it because he didn't want the Child of Prophecy to protect him, because he wanted to save her as a last resort. Whatever his reasons were, his decision was correct. They'd given up the Child of Prophecy. Every fairy in Sheffield would have been cruelly slaughtered that much sooner. I mean, you don't give away your one trump card. Report from the sentry tower. Even if it's not actually here. I mean, Mashu could still, turn the tides. Servants are OP. Well, demi-servants too. The enemy siege weapons are burning their ramparts. We've already burnt through 1 layer of tree bark. The Earth Clan fairies are using oak trees to reinforce the walls, but at this rate, they won't last the night. We need immediate backup. Soldiers stationed atop the ramparts have their hands full fending off invaders scaling the walls. We outnumber them now, but they're better trained than we are. It's only a matter of time until they outnumber us as well. So far, the fighting has yet to reach the town thanks to our soldiers' valiant efforts, but... What was that? Did Gawain just break in on her own? Lancelot? Lancelot is attacking from above. She's destroying the barracks. What if she's going to show up in part 1? It's no use. She's too fast for even the Wing Clan fairies to track. No way we can shoot her down. Get her down to the ground even if you have to destroy one of the barracks. Lancelot is like a bee. All speed and no power. I feel like that's not true. As long as we can ground her, I can easily... Now what is it? Did they just fire a cannon at us? No, sir. It's Gawain. She's using her Galantine on the main gate. She's already burned through the gate's bark down to the 10th layer. Never be able to regrow it in time if she keeps hammering on it. Dang that girl. What about the castle grounds? The soldiers in formation? No, sir. Citizens are so panicked they keep getting in the way. Some fairies are even starting to riot, demanding that we let them out from the rear gate. Whatever you do, do not open that rear gate. Even one fairy makes it out, the whole thing will collapse. Never mind the throne room, Captain. Get down there and suppress those riots. Yes, sir. Let's go, you lot. There's too much chaos at both the ramparts and the castle. Can't fight everywhere at once. Please, Lord Boggart, tell us what we should do. You're the one who said we could fight off the Queen's army here. Or are you going to send out the Child of Prophecy? I know, dang it. Just need to put out one of those fires, yes? We've got a Magecraft cannon of our own. Let's see what kind of power the Child of Prophecy truly has. Oh, she's just like, yeah, this is fun. Enraged, Boggart runs to the iron cylinder mounted on the castle keep as fast as his legs could carry him. Oh, but he can't use it, can he? He didn't think that alone would actually change the battle's course. At best, he hoped that it might provide an opportunity to turn the tide. Little did he know that fateful pull of the trigger would be the beginning of Sheffield's end. The attack that would transform the battle from a siege into a scene of pure annihilation. Because the black barrel can only be used by humans. That's like its thing. Are we cutting there or no? We still have to skip. Oh, nope. That's kind of sort of a good stopping point, but just to make the next video, not be super long. One more. Or maybe 2 more, depending. Because 20 minutes is still a short video, right? And that's not good. Did it backfire on him, or did he actually shoot it? And can Mashu even shoot it without command spells? I forget exactly how the, is it called the Black Barrel Replica? It's not the real black barrel, it's something else. I forget exactly how it works. The shaft of light that all but exploded from the castle changed everything. The 600 Royal Army soldiers who had been laying siege to the gate vanished in an instant. The Sheffield soldiers who had been fighting valiantly atop the ramparts died on the spot, blood gushing from their bodies. Those fairies merely near the beam's path breathed their last peacefully, so they had only fallen asleep. Okay, so maybe we're gonna use this on Morgan. The ramparts, which hadn't so much as budged when struck with Gawain's Galantine, were now completely melted down, barely leaving behind a husk. Even the Tam Lin who had been standing before the main gate could no longer be seen amidst the haze of white smoke. Lady Gawain! Jeez. For just a moment, terror gripped the battlefield. Both the Queen's army, who had suddenly lost their will to fight, the soldiers of Sheffield, who would normally have welcomed the turn of the tide, reeled at the nightmare that had sprung up around them. Amidst the white smoke, only a single figure was still standing, though his breathing was shallow and ragged. Is his posture different? Like, something about his sprite seems different. I don't think it's just his expression. Lord Boggart. That was phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Behold my soldiers. This isn't fortune smiling on us. I don't know what is. I mean, he just destroyed half a city, but you know, we can win. We can still win. Not even the Tam Lin can touch me while I have this. With this, obliterate anything that stands in my way. Not just Morgan. Get me rid of that fool Woodwose, Knocknarea from the north, and the Calamity Pool threatening Norwich. So, can he actually survive shooting this? Like, this is incredible. Just magnificent. Though it was right in front of him to see, Boggart remained blind to the truth. He failed to realize how odd it was that the dead Queen's soldiers had vanished without a trace. Failed to notice his own soldiers' painful deaths on the ramparts. Oh, did they just get out of the way? Failed to see the fairies who had collapsed near the castle. The soldiers right next to him who had fallen like withered trees. The child of prophecy fell to her knees in despair, aghast at the horrors her sins had brought about. Wasn't it just that she had inadvertently harmed the townspeople she cared so deeply for? Was it the fact that she had brought that cylinder here? That was a part of it. Was it her inability to stop Boggart? Certainly, that was part of it too. More than anything, she felt her greatest sin was her own weakness. The failure to consider the effect she had on those around her, for the reason she was here in the first place, using the loss of her memory as an excuse. Now who's next? Where's that accursed Lancelot flying about? Here, child of prophecy, come here. You can wield this even more accurately, right? You see that blue bee buzzing around up there? I want you to shoot it down, along with the Queen's army. Boggart turned, oblivious to what was happening to him. There he saw... Why must I harm this beautiful world? Is she crying? With my monitor's like brightness and contrast, it's really hard to tell, but I think I see a tear like to the right of her mouth. Why must I harm this beautiful world? He looks so sad. Oh yeah, but forget about him, Mashu. Come on, we need to get out of here. Shouldn't we take the Black Barrel? But what about Lord Boggart? We can't leave him here alone. Don't you worry about me. You really are weak and useless, aren't you? This guy is the best tsundere of the year. No need for a queen who weeps over war. Go on, take her wherever you like. There you see, Boggart made his choice. Rather stay here and kill his enemies. What do you want to do? What can you do? I have to help the townspeople escape. Okay, rather just make a break for it myself. But if that's what you want, I'm game. Now come on, let's hurry. See you, Boggart. Don't worry about my tab. I'll be taking your bride as my payment. Boggart, please be careful. I love how his expressions do, like, a lot of the talking. Like, if it weren't for them, you'd think, you know, he's just kind of a man, you know. He's insane. And, you know, kind of lost sight of his people. But you can tell he does care about his people. That's why he's doing this. Just, he kind of lost himself to the, you know, what was necessary to do, you know? Lady Gawain, you're alright, I can't believe it. Can't believe what? Oh, you mean that light round? That's just a beam of hot magical energy. The only threat it posed was a little bit of iron poison. So, if Mashu doesn't fire it, it's not as strong, is my guess? It's crude and used without heart. Can't even compare to a single strike from High Queen Morgan. Now what are you all, or I guess a human rather, what are you all doing? You call yourselves the cream of Camelot's crop? Hurry up and resume your advance. That fool Boggart just destroyed his own town's greatest defense. Now's your chance to seize the castle. Pay no heed to the ones fleeing. All you need to concern yourself with is Sheffield's castle. Are they not slaughtering the whole town? Or is that later? Queen's army poured in through the front gates as the soldiers of Sheffield tried to fight back. Some of the townspeople hid in their homes, holding up their hands in surrender when the Queen's soldiers broke in. Others saw that the front gates was lost, scrambled to make their way to the rear one. Okay, so they are killing the people, it sounds like. Those are sound effects. Tam Lin remained steadfast at the front gate, glaring at the castle keep a kilometer away. To Boggart, who had become utterly enthralled by the cylinder's sheer destructive power, she may as well have painted a target on herself. You think you can match this power, girl? You think you can distract me? First knight him, Morgan. Let's see how tall you can stand after I fire another shot straight at you. Distracted by his elation, Boggart failed to realize that the weapon's poison was eating away at him. Okay, there it is. The only things on his mind were that animosity for Gawain, the Tam Lin he despised, admiration for Blank's magnificent leadership. That little girl is become quite the fine knight, he thought, as his lips curled into a smile. I love that we have a narrator, by the way. That moment, he recalled the other girl's tears just a brief moment ago. I could see it a little more clearly there. For the first time in all of his life, Boggart found himself on a battlefield wondering one simple thing. Why? Why was the girl crying? Why had she been so upset? What reason could she possibly have for such sadness? Try as he might, Boggart could not understand. What am I saying? This is war, and I have a weapon that can defeat my enemies. Weapons exist to be used. What more is there to consider? Sheffield belongs to me. Never let you guys, pardon my French, have so much as a single citizen. Even as he grew dimly more aware that his true anger lay not with the Tam Lin, but with his own cowardice, Boggart placed his increasingly numb finger on the trigger, prepared to fire his last shot. Mashu? Yeah. Looks like the castle's still safe. Can we evacuate the townspeople here? We could. Then there'd be nowhere for them to run. They'll all end up either captured or killed. If you really want to save everyone, then we'll need to open the rear gate and secure an escape route for them. Sure, I'll basically hand Sheffield to the enemy. That was going to happen sooner or later anyway. Townspeople may not have a lot of great options available to them. But whether they die to the Queen's army, head north to become Knocknaray's slaves. Does she do slaves? Or he? Has it said they're a guy? I feel like it's called her she before. Could be a guy. Or get lost in Nightcall's domain. Should at least be their choice. Now come on, Mashu. Let's head to the rear gate. Just make sure you run for it if you see a Tam Lin, okay? They're here for you after all. I will. Let's go and have a trot. That's got a magical thing. Please open the gate. Queen soldiers are right on our heels. They catch us, they're gonna tax us. That's a great line out of context. We don't have that much longer left to live. There's no way I'll survive another taxation. Calm down, we can't open the gate. Besides, it wouldn't change anything. Won't be long now before Lord Boggart sends the Queen's armies packing. Return to your homes and await his victory. Those of you without homes, head for the castle. We guards can't stay here any longer either. Need to hurry to the front gate. Don't have time for this. Can't go back to our homes. All the fire raining down from above would burn us alive. The Queen's soldiers are already occupying the castle. Our only choice is to run for it. Knocknaray's army is practically next door, right? Sure, they'll help us. After all, they're the King clan. Now get out of our way, you useless cretins. Lord Boggart can't save us. It's a disappointment of the Fang clan. Yeah, Boggart failed. He's too weak to be a lord. Oh, come on, that's harsh. He did his best. And no business challenging the queen of all people. Oh, come on, you guys were all for it until they showed up here. You guys! You jerks. Yeah, there we go. Oh, Rob! Oh, man, things are boiling over here, too. First it's the queen soldiers, now we have to worry about a possible riot, too. It's not like yelling at the guards is going to do anyone any good. But I do get why they're doing it. Rob is going to save us all. Dang it, this way's blocked, too. Margaret sure covered his bases. How about the sewer, Wag? Can we make it out from there? No dice, Rob. The wall blocking our way here, too. No, they're probably just trying to seal our way so our enemy can sneak in, but this is overkill. Crap. We don't have a way out of here. What about the rear gate, Wag? You see how they open it? Of course, Rob. Keeping an eye out on the guards here, just like you told me to. Their lever's hidden behind the third pillar in both the left and right guardhouses. All we gotta do is raise and lower them. Two of us should be able to manage it. Oh, but be careful not to step on the stake at the lever's foothold. The safety mechanism, that'll make the whole thing stop working once it's broken. That's Chekhov's gun. That's really great, Wag. I'm impressed. Really grown up. Really? You mean it? Where's the... What happened to, I forget, the guy with the hood. The edgy one. Does that mean I can make it on my own, like Winky? Was his name Winky? Eventually, sure. Don't worry about that unless I get captured. Okay, let's sneak in and get that gate open. These Sheffield bears have treated us to a lot of good booze. This is the least we can do to repay. Oh crap, it's the Queen's army. They're already here. Get the gate, Wag. Stay out of sight here and keep an eye on things. Dang it, we're a little too late. It's gonna be a bloodbath. But can't we open the gate then? Wouldn't that help? Don't be stupid. Didn't I teach you to play it safe? It's the most important thing in the world. Your life, right? Then you gotta take good care of it. Rob is so going to die. I love you, Rob. I'm sorry. After all, what's the point of having something valuable if you don't save it when it really counts? And yeah, you're right. Can't sell ourselves short. Okay, let's stay here in the sewer until... Rob, look over there! Someone's sending the Queen soldiers flying. It's Anise! Anise is here to save us! Told you, she's called Mashu now. Anyway, change your plans. Let's sneak into the guardhouses while she's got everyone's attention. Woo, alright. Way to go, Mashu. That's all your child of prophecy. We're about to have a battle? We're fighting casters, I think? Or maybe one caster? Queen's army bore down on the panicked fairies, crowding around the rear gate. The guards advanced to meet them, but could not make it through the press of so many bodies. Soon the Queen soldiers would set upon the fairies, trying desperately to escape. Once first blood was shed, there'd be no going back. The fairies were too frightened to think straight, so the Queen soldiers regarded them as violent dissidents. Soon the rear gate would become a bloodbath from which none would escape alive. Unless, of course, she had something to say about it. Ah, that's what she had to say about it. She thinks it's funny. That's like a big laugh. Lady Mashu, what are you doing here? Came to help. Can you open the rear gate? Loot? His name is Loot? What is he, a Namekian? I'm not authorized to make that call. But then again, the Lord's Lady wishes to pass through the gate. Guess we have no choice but to open it. Thank you. Not at all, my lady. I was this close to doing something I would have regretted forever. Some guard I turned out to be. Someone help me open the gate. And hurry! Don't let the Queen's army into the guardhouses. Don't let them touch the safety mechanisms either. See anyone suspicious in there, kill them. Located a fairy that appears to be the child of prophecy. Moving in for the kill. Dude, you don't even... Dude, you're just a filler NPC. You're like a stormtrooper. You're a red shirt. So sorry. Rest of you dispose of these fairies. Don't let a single seed of dissent escape. That's what they call them in Star Trek, right? Red shirts? No, you don't. You're facing me and me alone. It's bloodshed you want, then it's bloodshed you'll get. Oh, what the heck? I'm Tam Lin Galahad, the Knight of Sheffield. How does she know that? I'm your enemy and I'll stop you all right here, right now. Did she hear Galahad's name last, like, chapter with her? I don't remember that. That's a cool moment, though. I don't think we ever actually see Galahad yet, do we? Like, he showed up back in, what's it? The Moonlight Lost Room? Is that what it's called? But I don't think he showed up proper yet. How about HorseyEatYou? Is she AoE? No, she's just support. What the heck? This is gonna take a while. Shut up. Don't crash, don't crash, don't crash. Okay, didn't crash. Usually, like, the first battle I do, it crashes. Like, usually when you use a Noble Phantasm. Oh, it actually says your name's Tam Lin, the Galahad. That's cool. And level 100. What's the buff? Yeah. Anyway, oh, I guess I can talk about this. The summer event finished last night, and it was good, but too long. Like Summer 5, I felt like definitely overstayed its welcome, being too long. Summer 6, if they just cut away a little bit, like, you know, 10-20% of it, I would have been fine with it. Like, it was by the second to last section that I was just kind of over it, and I started skimming a little. And I also, I didn't just skip a couple of the side stories, because I put off doing them too long, and so it was either don't get the quartz or get the quartz. So basically, I just picked and choose which ones looked interesting and which ones didn't. Like I did read Anastasia's, obviously, best girl, and I skimmed like Charlotte's and Canis's, but I pretty much just completely skipped the Gouda Gouda one. Like I planned to read it. I got like 5 minutes in, and I was like, yeah, this isn't doing it for me. But besides being too long, the event was fun. Like, apparently people don't feel this way about Summer 5. Like, I saw people saying it's their favorite summer event. Like, there were definitely some good moments, right? Just like, it had Sakurai syndrome. They just kept going and going. Like, when a thing could be, you know, 20 minutes long, they made it an hour long. Maybe it doesn't really help that I'm not that into horror. Which is, you know, the whole theme of it. But Summer 6, probably the most noteworthy thing about it, it had like actual choices with like a couple different paths. Like one thing, depending on if you're male or female, you get a totally different scene. So I got stuck with all the guys in their tent. But it was just really cool to see, you know, them kind of do choices. They sometimes do that. And I love it if they, you know, started doing that a bit more. But anyway, yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. This is like 30 minutes in now. Good stopping point. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time when we finish this off and get away from Mashu. No, I mean, this Sheffield 2 is definitely picked up over Sheffield 1. Like, Sheffield 1 was slow and, you know, it was giving its exposition. That's kind of the point, right? Just wasn't into it. I think this last spot as a whole has been picking up since, like, the last couple chapters. Like, it's been very slow on purpose, right? Just... Now, so you could be a little quicker in how you deliver things. Still, I'm along for the ride. Let's see where it goes. Next time. Bye.